We had it once this week on the couch the first week, but then we changed it.
Is he looking at 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, or just 5 and 10? Or all 3?
Okay.
How long
give
is
you
this
the
like?
countdown, okay?
Probably 10 to 15 minutes total.
We good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending.
3? Or not 3 minutes?
Yeah,
3, all 3.
Mark!
How do we look?
Go live, go live.
You look good, look good.
Four. Oh, wait, sorry.
Oh wow.
So the red light is where we all.
Hey
Well, I have to look at that.
And I'm Shireen, and you're here watching the Lovin Show.
Stay tuned to see who we're going to speak to next.
Right,
Yeah, I
five,
think he's in then on.
4, 3, 2.
And every week we have great chats with Dubai's finest. This week we are with the one and only Rhea Harmoush. Welcome to our show. Sorry, Rhea Harmoush.
You're right, yes.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Not at all.
So we wanted to ask you a few things. Well, Rhea is a fabulous and amazing dancer, dance instructor, and so many more. She will be telling us, of course, in the duration of our little chat. But first things first, we wanted to actually ask you, what currently, and this is a little bit off topic, what are you currently watching on Netflix?
I think it says a lot about the person.
It says a lot about a person.
Break
So
the
to break
ice.
the ice, yeah.
Okay, so I
If you
mix
watch it,
between
right?
I mix between a few shows here and there, but currently I'm stuck on the Leaving Neverland.
Oh, that's a heavy
Jackson.
one.
Yeah,
It's a
it
heavy
is.
one.
It is. So
Very controversial.
yes,
Yeah.
people go home, want to unwind, want to watch something light, and then no, you got me watching like this really intense.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, the one reason I wanted to watch is because I'm a Michael Jackson fan
Yeah.
since I was a little kid. So yeah, I just wanted to educate myself of what's happening, regardless of what I believe or not. I just thought it was something, worthy
Yeah.
of just understanding, and especially that the people that are in the episode are also choreographers and
course.
dancers and stuff that I have been super respectful of their work and been following them since I was a fan of Britney Spears when I was 16 years old. So I know what their life is about. So it's just a matter of like understanding, people's perspectives.
Yeah.
That's interesting because you come from that perspective, and like in that Neverland thing, I've watched it once or twice. You see that they're also dancing from a young age, and they're
Correct.
like idolizing like dancers and
Yeah.
choreographers. Were you also dancing from a young age, or is it a talent that you
very
kind of came
much?
later on?
Yeah. And there's a lot that was said that I mean, I'm nowhere close to them in terms of like level of choreography.
No,
and
I've seen
dancing,
your
but-
videos. You're fantastic.
Thank you.
She's humble, guys.
No, but truly, it's there's like this I would say common denominator that dancers have. So there's definitely this idolizing someone. So it could be a dance teacher, it could be an artist, it could be a musician, whatever it is. There's this wanting their approval, seeking that anything they say is gold. Maybe at a certain extent, maybe it's more important than what your parents think because they are experts in a certain talent that you are one day dreaming to become. So definitely I can say that as a young child I've like played the Paula Abdul videos and the Janet
Of
Jacksons and
course.
tried to like mimic the dances from the living room.
So on that note, do you think that that's where your passion came from? Like, what was the exact moment that you realized that you had actually a passion for dancing?
Good question. I've never been asked that. Everybody knows Rhea has a passion for dance, but when was the moment? I think it like gradually grew, So I knew from a very, very young age that I loved dancing and I loved performing. I mean, the first time I ever set foot on stage, I was 5 and I was like
Oh, wow.
doing tap dance and I was really bad. But yeah, so I knew that I love, the attention that comes with, being a star on stage and like learning, these dance moves and vibing to good music, whether it was ballet or jazz. So I did a lot of these things.
Okay.
Now, as I grew up, I realized that it's a passion because I figured so many of my friends like dropped out and they found other things that meant more to them than being in the dance class or in the studio. For me, it was the opposite. Like going to the movies with friends or hanging out on a Friday night with whatever, didn't mean that much to me. It was way more important and more fulfilling that I would be in a dance class.
Wow.
So I figured that was when it started. And I think that was around the age of 15 or 16 where I could say pure passion, not just like my mom dropping me off at dance class. And then it was just, I was constantly on the lookout of like how to better myself, how to find, a teacher that can teach me this, a different style, improve my ballet technique. So take more ballet classes that my current teacher didn't offer, So I was on the lookout to like learn for myself. So I think that on its own says a lot about like what it means to me and how much I want to grow in such a short time frame,
You genuinely wanted
Amazing.
to improve
Yes.
like, at your own rate.
Yes.
Amazing.
That is amazing. And like, have you always been professional? I think that you kind of went the corporate route first, right?
Yeah, I mean, so the thing is with dance. So do you mean if I've been a professional dancer always? Like,
Well, I mean, you're choreographing now. You have a studio, so that's
Yeah.
professional.
no, okay. So I don't have my own studio. I wish I did, but like, no, I don't yet. Maybe one day, if that's my path.
Fingers
But
crossed.
currently, I am a professional dancer and choreographer, which means I still train. I still go to classes. I still get hired on jobs. I will still perform for events. I'll pretty much be on stage performing because a lot of people think that if you take the route of being a choreographer, that you're kind of not dancing anymore. But no, I'm very much still a professional dancer, doing the trainings and stuff that you need to do. At the same time, I've taken on board choreography, which means I work more on creating, on art direction, on working with brands, working with, events, to kind of like bring the whole thing together. But yeah, to your point, I haven't always been doing this. I kind of transitioned into it. It's always been a constant in my life. I've definitely, ever since I came to Dubai, I want to say 12 or 13 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I landed a corporate job just like anyone else, in an advertising agency. And I proceeded with growing in the corporate world and climbing that ladder, but at the same time I had the dance on the side, so I was always like kind of juggling the two. So yeah, a lot of time management was involved.
But it was good that it was
Sure.
never actually tucked away completely because that tends to happen in the
No,
corporate world,
yeah,
you know?
exactly. And a lot of people I remember, because you probably know, like, agency life is always hectic. There's like these big stereotypes about like, you're working around the clock, blah, blah, blah. How do you manage? I don't even get 1 hour to go to the gym. And I always felt like if it means that much to you, you'll find a way to make it work,
Yes.
So I kind of like,
It's a good lesson.
I kind of like want to, the only analogy I can put, like, for a lot of people to relate to it is, like a mom, a brand new mom, who has to leave on maternity leave and then has to get back into her routine. But now there's a baby there. She'll find the time to go back home to be with the
I love
baby and
that.
stuff. Yeah, so
I actually
because it
love
means that much to her, right?
Yeah.
So maybe dance is my baby. I don't know.
Of course, why not? Passion.
Yeah,
So on that note though, so what type of dancing are you actually into? Like your preference? And then what was the style that you grew up with?
Right. Okay. So I started off with ballet. So
Okay.
it's your foundation, it's your technique. So I get asked that a lot. My daughter likes to dance. What do you think I should get her started with? Hands down, ballet, ballet, ballet.
Really?
Even if she wants to become the biggest hip hopper when she grows up, but ballet is your foundation. So yeah, I started with that and tap. And then like slowly, my mom started introducing like jazz classes, modern classes.
Amazing.
Until I got to the phase that I told you guys about. Like I wanted to like really explore the different types of dance, maybe something that I thought I would never like, maybe I'll let me try it. Maybe it could be part of a style that I never thought I would really want to do at
Yeah.
some point. So I jumped into contemporary dancing. What else? I do jazz a lot, and hip hop. Hip hop has been something that only came along very recently when I moved to Dubai. So I didn't really take any hip hop classes in my younger years. I was more of this ballerina, very upright. But yeah, I kind of got.
I feel like I
Got-
need to sit up properly.
Yeah,
Talking to
shoulders
a
down, leg
ballerina.
up.
Are we okay?
So yeah, I got introduced to a fabulous dance school here called Sharmila Dance, and I've been a huge part of it for a very, very long time now. Before I decided to like pursue what I'm doing right now, but yeah, definitely the hip hop world was introduced to me through that dance school. So shout out to Sharmila Dance because I have a huge respect for that company.
And I might come back.
Yeah, made me really pushed me into I think who I am today. So yeah, I definitely really found this new love for hip hop and jazz funk and all these new styles that's a mix of all these different, like jazz, but a little bit of funk, and then hip hop, but a little bit of contemporary. So there's a big fusion of the dance styles
Very
nowadays.
expressive.
Yeah,
And,
and
like-
it's and who's to say like an emotional number should only come into a contemporary piece? There's so many like really hip hop numbers that I watch, and I feel like there's so much emotion through that, and you don't really need to point your toes or have nice arabesques to be able to relay that kind of emotion and
Interesting.
story. So
love
yeah,
that. I love
so
how she puts it
I'm a
into words.
versatile dancer. To go back to your question,
And you're making it sound like that, like a lot of people could get involved, like no matter on how good you are.
yeah,
Or,
of course. Like there's so many styles out there that, regardless if you danced as a child or how good you are or whether or not you have rhythm or not, you can always learn it. You know, it's a skill.
Yeah.
Now, yes, there will be others that maybe are better than you because they have a talent, they have flexibility. So all these things help a dancer naturally. But it's not to say that you can't build it. It's not to say that you could start at any age. And I'm a firm believer of that. Like dance is for everyone. If you want to start at the age of 80 years old,
So
start
if
at the
we
age
go
of 80 years
now,
old.
like, is it possible? Like, what's the dancing scene like in the UAE? What would you say to someone who wants to start dancing now?
Oh, definitely. Like if in the UAE, one, everybody's super stressed. So everybody needs to find something that will, you know, it's like this
Stress relief.
therapy moments, you know, like dance is like a therapy. It's like your moment, you know, where you shut off, you know, you're not on your phone, you're not checking emails. It's 1 hour for you. To me, it comes in the form of dance. To a lot of people, it comes in the form of dance because people love dancing. You know, it's just a universal truth. You know, they just love, even if they don't do it, they love to watch it. It's something that you watch and you smile,
Yeah.
like listening to music, like, you know. But definitely, if you feel like starting it, I would never tell anyone, you know, you passed that deadline, you're too old for it right now. It's never going to happen for you. You may never become, you know, prima ballerina or a professional dancer of a certain caliber, but you will improve. You'll be able to dance a combo. You'll be fit. You'll definitely have endorphins released, and you'll have a healthier lifestyle. So definitely something I highly recommend.
And by golly, it's fun.
It's
Dancing.
fun,
Take it up,
yeah.
everybody.
yeah, definitely.
But that's unfortunately enough time that we have today. But before we go, we have to let you, of course, try the Tell Us What You Really Think segment, where we'll each give you a word, and you'll have to give us a quick and brief thought.
Can the thought be in a dance move?
Why not?
Absolutely.
Why not?
Because I
Express it your own
express
way.
my body.
Why not? Why not? That'd be
Imagine
different.
if we had to copy those dance moves, how bad that would be.
They'd sign up immediately. So do you want to start with the first word?
Absolutely. Okay,
Shit.
so we'll start with Instagram.
Controversial.
Ooh, salsa.
Merengue.
Pancho.
Ah,
Pancho, Panchito.
you see that we stalked you a little
Should we
bit
give
with
like a
this
small
one.
backstory in this? Do you want to introduce who Pancho is?
Yeah, so for people to understand what we're talking about. So Pancho is our pet, but more like a family member. So
Aw.
I want to say maybe 3 years ago, I can't really remember, but my sister adopted him from a good friend of ours, and she wasn't able to stay in the country because she was looking for work, and so we decided to like take him, you know, so that she can go on and find her life. And you know, so from staying with us, we obviously got very attached to him, and we've always been pet lovers. You know, we love all animals, but he's like special. So
He's
Pancho's
beautiful.
adorable.
He's a
you
beautiful
guys.
bird. He's like
He's
pink and great
beautiful.
feather
Check out her
business.
account.
Yeah.
and see
And
what we
incredibly
mean.
well trained, I would say.
yeah, not really well trained. Like he's a bit naughty every now and
He's
then.
got a character. maybe.
But his character, I was just gonna say, like beyond anything, he has soul and he has a character, and I feel like he's a human, you know, just in a
Okay.
parrot's body. We're super attached to him. He's like the highlight of you know the
Love
day
Pancho.
when we're having
Should've
a good
brought
day,
him
bad day. It's just like party in the house all the time
Aw.
with Pancho. Yeah, so
All right, so our next word, brunch. Doesn't do it often or does it too much?
yeah.
Either or.
Finds excuses to pass on them because I'll just eat everything, you know.
Honestly,
Like
true.
I really try to like avoid that because brunches here, they're just awesome, you know, like every
There's
style
a
of food, and I'm a
variety.
food lover, like I'll eat
Yeah.
everything. So just like, please, let's not do brunch today. Find an excuse.
I see those memes like excuse to pass on brunch. And I'm
Yes,
Same.
yes, and I ran out of them by the way. So.
You'd be like, I'm in Dubai. Dirty Dancing, the movie.
Patrick
Mhm.
Swayze.
Okay, exercise.
Every day,
His Highness Sheikh Hamdan, Dubai's Crown Prince.
huge respect.
Mornings.
like the
In
morning.
the morning, yeah.
Not my thing.
Oh my god, I actually
expected otherwise.
I expected otherwise too.
Tracy.
Best human on the planet. I know that's more than a word, but like just like put hyphens in between, like best human on the planet.
FYI, guys, Tracy is her sister, Tracy Harmoush, on Instagram. Check
Yeah.
them out as well. Me
Yeah,
just
you can check
plugging
Poncho
everyone.
as well through her
Poncho,
page.
You know?
Family love is so great.
Amazing.
Yeah, no, but there's a sisterhood that, yeah, it's honestly the best thing ever to me. So
I love
don't
that.
ask me more, I'll get emotional.
The first crying moment on the Lovin Show. But as for our last word, Lovin Dubai. What's your statement on Lovin
She's like, put you on the
Dubai?
spot.
Grateful.
Aww.
Grateful,
that's
yeah,
nice.
grateful for allowing me to be here and sharing my story, my platform, and for allowing it not just for me, for a lot of other people, you know, that have stories to tell. At the end of the day, it's the story, right? Like, who cares if whether
About the
I
people.
do this choreography or I get this many views or if I teach a dance class. It's more like you allow people to express to the mass like what they love doing and how Dubai, you know, facilitated this for us. So honestly, just grateful.
That was beyond lovely. On that note, would you like to shout out your platforms
Yeah.
or profiles?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm mainly on Instagram. It's Rhea Harmoush, Rhea, because people won't spell it right.
We'll include it in the comment
Yeah,
section
we'll include it in
after
the
as well.
comments. And yeah, so Facebook as well, Rhea Harmoush. Twitter, I'm not very active on it, but I do have a Twitter account. It's Ray Harmoush. And yeah, I mean, I'm growing my business slowly, so
Slowly.
just stay posted.
Stay
We'll
tuned,
have-
guys.
yeah.
Check her out,
Yes.
honestly. You'll be inspired and you'll want to take a dance class from
Oh,
it, or at least
thank
dance it
you.
out in your room.
But
you
it's
know what
more
I mean?
than just a dance class. Like there's so many things that you could do
Inspiration,
with
everything.
dance other than just teaching. Teaching is just one little
Aspect.
segment of what I
Yeah.
do. It's more anything in dance. I mean, you could do anything you want with dance. It could be creating a video. It could be
True.
just a conversation. It could be something that like makes your heart smile. You know, so it's not necessarily just dance classes. There's so much creativity that can happen in this world.
So
Injecting
positive.
dance.
I
in
love
it.
that.
Yeah, your passion for it is really,
Yeah.
really inspiring.
Yeah, I mean, I just thank you
Evidence.
so much. I just feel like you know, things happen for a reason. Like the way your life has taken its path are for a reason. And I've been in the creative world for so long, working in corporate with so many clients and so many campaigns and so many creative briefs that like I found a love for that. But at the same time, I love what I do passionately about dance. So like now my world is about merging the two together, the skill set that I built in my corporate life as well as
Nice.
what I'm good at in the studio. So yeah, hopefully I'm positive about doing great things and I hope people will appreciate my work. And yeah, thanks for having me.
And thank you. We're
Thank
so
you so
grateful
much.
for you sharing your insights and inspiring us, and I'm sure a lot of our
Thank you.
viewers.
Thank you so
again,
much.
Rhea.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure.
And that's it. We'll be back next week with the Lovin Show. Thanks,
Bye, guys.
guys.
Thanks for
Bye.
tuning in.